What's up, guys? Aid here, my boy Colby. What you do today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. You got top 4, right?
Third place.
Third place playing what?
Playing Spright.
Do you want to go straight into it, or do you got shout outs or anything?
We can get straight into it, sure.
All right, hell yeah. Let's see this sauce. How many cards? 40?
It's exactly 40.
Hell yeah.
So to start off, we have our Spright engine. So 3 blue, 3 jet, 1 red, 1 carrot, 1 Pixies.
How'd Pixies perform?
Pixies was the MVP of the day today. Pixies actually outed the Arrival twice when I was playing up against Adagnister.
Oh, that's dirty. I never thought about that.
Yeah, because the Arrival is unaffected by card effects, but Pixies doesn't target or point anything. It just takes the...
Yeah, your guy just gains. It only affects your card.
Yeah, so that was the Spright monsters. We also have 3 Nimble Beaver. Card is so much better than Diva because it can grab from the graveyard as well.
Rest in peace, Hulk.
No Ronin Toad, unfortunately, just 3 Swap Frog. If you open swap, you can make Toad. Even if you don't open swap, you can make Toad off Gigantic, but it's just usually not worth it. So.
And you didn't play any other names for like a dupe or anything, right?
No, it's just the 3 Swap Frogs. The MVP today was actually the Trickstar engine.
This package is sick.
This package was insane. So you activate Light Stage to search Lilybell. Lilybell gets special summoned, and it acts as your first monster on board to start your Spright engine. And then Trickstar Light Stage also is very much back row hate, so you just target a face down, and if they don't activate it, they can't until the end of the turn.
And nowadays, most decks aren't back row decks, but they play back row. So like if you're against the mirror match, you're still hitting their, what's it called?
It's all their important stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're still like 1-for-1 trading in almost every matchup.
So the...
Real quick, can I ask a question about this engine? Why didn't you play Candina?
I don't think I know what Candina does.
It searches a Trickstar card, I think.
It was probably because Lilybell is just it does exactly what I needed to. It just special summons itself, and all I need is the body to kickstart the engine. It's kind of like how Runic uses the cards to get a level 2 body on board.
Yeah.
So we have our hand trap lineup is 3 Ash, 3 Crow, and 3 Imperm.
Only 9 hand traps?
That's it.
How'd you feel about these ones in particular?
These are, honestly, Ash I could have did without. This could have been basically any other hand trap.
When I was building my deck last week, people told me the same thing. They're like, you don't need to play Ash anymore, and it just felt wrong to me.
I only actually resolved Ash once or twice today where it really mattered. Crow and Imperm were the biggest ones. Imperm's really good going into the game blind. I usually side out Imperm going into game 2 and 3. The Ash and Crow stayed in the main pretty much all day.
Another cool thing about siding that card out to me is in your deck, it's like guaranteed that you're going to have 1 or 2 cards in the back row anyways. So there is a chance people are putting in Twins or Lightning Storms or something against you. So having 1 less card to set when you're going first is nice.
Yeah, it's really nice sometimes. We got our 3 starters, Spright starters. Then we got some power spells. We have 3 Cosmic Cyclone.
Ooh, in the main, that's interesting.
And 3 Enemy Controller in the main.
Oh, jeez.
And then I have 3 one-ofs. I have 1 Smashers, 1 Playhouse, 1 Called by the Grave.
Hey, so first, talk to me about the Cyclone and the controller. Like, how did these perform, and why'd you put them in to begin with?
Enemy Controller is nuts. Against Veiler and Imperm, you just tribute your monsters, take theirs, and your effect still resolves. And then you have another body on board you can link away for Elf, which is crazy. Cyclone, everyone is just playing cards that stick to the board, and no one expects you to be main decking removal for them. So it came up every single game, and it was good every single game.
That's nuts. I could see it too. Like in the mirror match, you're gonna hit stuff like Smashers. If they're playing this Playhouse, you'll hit that. But then against Tyr, you can hit the Field Spell if they set the Solic. It does seem really versatile. Plus, Mystic Mind didn't get hit, so...
It was crazy strong today.
And then how is the Playhouse? That seems really cool.
Playhouse is interesting. There's actually only 1 card in the extra deck I can show that. Melfi of the Forest, you make this, you detach 1 from it to search Playhouse, and it acts as a compulse on the opponent's turn. By detaching materials from Beast Exceeds monsters. The only Beast Exceed monster I have in the deck is the Forest, so it's usually just for 1. It's in the grind game, it gets really good. If you have nothing else to go into and you just need to prevent them from drawing into stuff.
It is nice just having another way to interrupt.
Prevent them from having a body on the board, yeah. So for the extra deck, we have the 1 Melfi of the Forest. We'll do these first.
That card's artwork's adorable.
2 Gigantic Sprights, 1 Totally Awesome, 1 Herald of Pure Light,
How often did this come up? Like, what was the use of this card?
I can explain it when I show you the side deck.
All right.
Number 65, Degen Buster. This is in Italian.
What does it do?
So
Monster
it's
negate, right?
two level 2 dark monsters to make it. You detach both materials to negate a monster effect and then burn for 500 damage. It does not
cool.
destroy, it just negates. And then I have the Zeus package here, the Centurion, Downard, Zeus.
These come up a lot?
Centuria does. I like Sky Cavalry. The ability to bounce a card comes up a lot, especially against Tier, bouncing the Kaleido Heart back to deck instead of sending it to grave.
Oh yeah, that's clean.
Or just beating over anything too big for your board to take care of. Sky Cavalry comes up a lot. And then the Zeus follow-up after is just icing on the cake, honestly. So for the links, we have 3 Spright Elf.
Ooh, did the third come up a lot?
It didn't actually, surprisingly. When I was running Ronin, it came up a lot more often because the line to get from swap to a full board, just swap an Almirage to a full board, use Spright Elf in the middle of it. So the third one came up as follow-up later in the game because you had to use 2 elves on your first turn. One for your combo and one to end on.
Yeah.
It doesn't come up as much anymore because there's not really a 1-card combo with Swap Frog. It is nice to have for the grind game though. It could honestly, the third one could probably be something else. And then I have IP, Access Code, and D-Hark, the Dark Charmer. This came up a little bit. In the mirror, this card is crazy because you could just grab your opponent's blue or your opponent's jet and start your combo with it. Access Code and IP actually never really saw too much play tonight.
With these being in your list, is there a case to play something like a unicorn over the elf? Because then you'd have more utility with your IP as well as 53 instead of 43 with the...
I thought about it for sure. It was in there for a little bit and I took it back out for the elf just because I was more comfortable having the elf there.
That's fair, that's fair. And that's the whole extra, right? 15?
That's the whole extra 15, yeah. And then for the side deck, I got the goo in the side deck.
The sauce.
Alright, so everyone hates it. Anti-spell fragrance. Solemn Judgment. 2 Solemn Judgments. Usually I side out the imperms for them. This card won me so many games tonight.
That's dirty going
No one
first.
is expecting you to side in Solemn Judgments for some reason. Crazy, crazy strong. So that Herald of Pure Light is in there because you can actually loop it with Dimension Shifter. You use Shifter, summon your Herald of Pure Light, you detach, add Shifter back to hand, shuffle a card from hand back in the deck,
That's stupid.
and you can just keep looping it every
So if you
time.
shifter them and you're not able to kill, you could just shifter them again.
Just Shifter them again, yep.
That's so degen.
It's very degenerate. And then I have the Gamma Burst so I can OTK through Shifter in case that happens.
So you just board that in when you're boarding this in?
Exactly. And I have 3 Ghost Reapers for the mirror. You just hit your elf and kills all of their elves, and then Spright can't play anymore.
That's another good reason to have the third, too.
Red Resonator. Nothing else to say. And Dino Wrestler Pinkertops.
Did you win off that at all today?
I did not. I sided it in going into game 3 every game today, and never actually resolved it. I had an opportunity to, but I actually ended up winning with the Gamma Burst that I forgot to side out in the last game.
We take those, though.
We take those.
You have any other thoughts on your deck or anything?
I think it performed pretty well. I'm super excited for when Spring comes out in Darkwing Blast.
When does that drop?
The 21st of October.
Oh, shit. That's soon.
Yeah, I'm excited. Deck becomes a lot better in 20 days.
So I think that's everything, right?
That's everything.
All right, thank you for the profile.
Thank you.